Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another Walking Dead video. So in this one here, I want to focus on Rick and Michonne. And yeah, there is a lot of stuff to talk about here. I mean, a lot of stuff came out a couple of days ago. I'm not going to be able to show the stuff that they did actually, release, but I can talk about some of the stuff that actually did happen because there's actually articles posted about it. I think they actually take it a little bit farther and they do show some stuff, but I won't do that here. That stuff is online, so you can definitely go out and see a lot of that. But I do want to talk about some of the stuff that was shown because some of it, I'm not going to talk about certain aspects to it because of the spoilers, but there's stuff that I can't talk about. I promise you, I'm not just like ignoring all the best parts of it. There's actually some really, really interesting stuff here. So before we go any further, obviously make sure to be a subscriber if you do want to get all of my Walking Dead content like this. But let's actually talk about this here. So the other day, I think it was like 3 days ago, 4 days ago or something like that, March 22nd maybe, they were actually filming outdoors and they were filming some outdoor stuff, and we saw Rick Grimes there. And the first thing I saw with this was that, first of all, Rick has the same exact outfit on that he's had the entire time. It's sort of the blue jeans, the white shirt, and then the CRM jacket that Silas was wearing. Basically what he was wearing in the Walking Dead finale, right? Like, and also just some of those pics that were released. Like, he's been wearing that same outfit, so obviously he still has that jacket on. And yeah, he's just been, like, obviously they were filming and he met with some fans afterwards. There's a lot of fan photos online everywhere where he was just taking photos with some fans, and yeah, just really cool, just the whole scenery there and everything. But people started finding a lot more than that, and they started to realize, oh, Michonne is there as well. And so Michonne, or Denai Guerrera, she was taking photos as well with some fans, and yeah, crazy stuff. And she was also in a CRM jacket. So to me, that's really interesting. They weren't together. So I think what that tells me is that Rick and Michonne still haven't reunited yet, but they're close together, right? So I wonder if Michonne is trying to infiltrate the CRM, if that's what it is. But it seems like they are going to be getting very close together, but I guess they're just not together quite yet, right? So we'll have to wait and see. I mean, obviously, in the next couple of weeks, there could be some differences. We might see Rick and Michonne, like, actually together, right? But, well, yeah, that's going to be a big reveal. I hope we don't. That's the one thing that I really don't want to see. And I won't do a video on that. I promise you I won't do a video on that, because that's a lot to do a video on. I want, people's first time to ever see Rick and Michonne together to be on screen. And so, Michonne was there on the same set. It's a little different because obviously Rick is sort of on his own and Michonne could be doing something else because she's just infiltrating the CRM base, right? They're probably on the third episode here. I wouldn't be surprised if the episode ends with Michonne actually sees him or something like that, but not vice versa. Rick doesn't see Michonne, but then she gets like captured or something like that. And then there's this other storyline for episode 4 where she has to escape. And then episode 5, maybe they get back together at the end of the episode. And then 6 is just sort of wraps up some stuff, whatever, and then maybe sets up a season 2. That's sort of what I think. I think they can go down a route like that and make it pretty exciting. But also Jadis was there as well. And Jadis was actually communicating with Rick. And I found this extremely, extremely interesting just because Jadis is a character that we all assumed would be a part of the show because it makes sense, but they never came out and confirmed anything. So, like, yeah, very interesting. I mean, to actually have Jadis there on set, I don't know what the context is of everything. Obviously, we have no idea story-wise, but just based off of that information there, I mean, it's really cool. There's obviously some sort of story actually playing out here. And it's amazing because it really does feel like The Walking Dead just to see Rick and Jadis together. It really brings me back to season 8. I'm just so excited. I really cannot wait to see this show. I think the show is going to be amazing. I do think we're going to see a lot more from this show very soon. They're going to reveal a lot more information probably within the next month. I think they're going to keep things quiet as is, but I think there's going to be like casting information or first looks at this and that, right? There will be some stuff like that in production stuff that does come out. Like, they're going to be posting stuff like that. I do think our first actual trailer footage that we get, though, we're going to have to wait until Comic-Con, which is about 4 months away. We could get something a month before, 2-3 weeks before, like a little 30-second teaser teasing Comic-Con. There could be character portraits. They could go back to that for this show. We'll have to wait and see. But for now, it looks like the focus is on Fear the Walking Dead, which is like less than 2 months now. And then Dead City, which is coming out in like less than 3 months now, right? Like 2.5 months-ish away. So yeah, a lot of this stuff, it's very exciting. A lot of stuff is coming back now. So I'm hyped to be talking about a lot of this stuff again. I actually do have some videos talking about Jada specifically and sort of where I think she could play a role in all of this here. And I guess to get into some of that here, I do think Jada's, just because she's talking with Rick there, it kind of feels like she could be on Rick's side, trying to help him out still. Like, she's always been that character that has sort of played both sides, and I wonder if that's what we're seeing here. Like, maybe she is still playing the CRM, but she's also sort of, trying to ally herself a little bit with Rick as well. Because if she does that, if something goes down or something goes wrong with the CRM, she has a Rick to rely on. So I could see her doing that for sure. But that's just a question, is she siding with him? Is that what her overall plan is here? I still have the prediction, and this could be really out there. I still really have the prediction that Rick is going to end up killing Jadis or something like that. I know it's a lot. I know that. I guess it depends on the first scene. Okay, so he won't kill her. I'm not going to say that. If and only if, though, Rick does realize that Jadis did save him, right? Because Jadis, you might have issues with her, but she did save Rick, right? Like, she took him away and she traded him to the Civic Republic in order for her to benefit from that, and gain a more leadership role within that organization. But she still saved his life. So it depends on how he views it and then what she does afterwards. But I would not be surprised to see Rick maybe kill her or Major General Beale. Like, I could totally see that playing out. Like, maybe they're just like, you know what, we can't trust you, and then you're done, right? Because I don't know how long Jadis is going to last, to be honest. Like, she's one of those characters that, like, she lives dangerously. Like, to play both sides like that, it's really risky. You can't do things like that all the time. And yeah, I don't know, but I could see Rick killing her. I could totally see that happening. If they want to make things more shocking, like, you got to remember that the story is going to change so much. Like, we might think we know how certain things are going to go, but when we watch the actual episode, so much is going to be cut. So much of the context will change. They're going to go in different places, depending on certain things. And yeah, so I am overall very excited. I'm very, very hyped for this. I really cannot wait. Jadis' story is going to be really interesting. Michonne's story is very interesting. I'm so fascinated with that character because if she's at the Civic Republic base in a CRM outfit, like, she was just wearing a bunch of armor and stuff before. So what happened to that, right? Like, is that an episode 1 and 2 thing only? I really want to know. And I hope that they also do have merchandise with her in that armor and also with Rick in the CRM jacket, just because I think both have very iconic looks, at least in the finale there for The Walking Dead. So I would like if they actually had like action figures and stuff like that of that, because it was just really incredible. That's the one thing with The Walking Dead I will say a lot lately in recent years. They don't have a lot of action figures out or like posters and just stuff like that out. I've been really waiting for some really cool artwork on some of that, but they haven't really done it. I know the fans have. I've been seeing some fans doing some really cool artwork and stuff like that, but like nothing really official. And it's sad because like they really honestly have some of the best stuff out there. So, but yeah, I guess I'll leave it here. The Rick and Michonne show, it's going to be the story of the year, even though the show's not coming out next year. It's probably coming out next February, but it's still going to be sort of the story of the year because we're going to get that footage at Comic-Con. They're going to be there. It's going to be so exciting and just, it's going to be massive, to actually have them come back. Last summer was amazing. And I remember last summer, they revealed the trailer for the final season, for the final 8 episodes, and no one cared about it. Like, obviously it was cool, but no one really cared. The announcement of the Rick and Michonne show, it just blew up. And honestly, it was almost like 10 to 15 times more, on the internet, or covered on the internet and talked about. It was just so much more than The Walking Dead final season. And you kind of saw that with the last 8 episodes. Like, there was some buzz, people were getting excited. Things were building up towards the end. And then once you saw Rick and Michonne at the end, it just took over the internet and it was trending forever. So like, Rick and Michonne have a lot of power, right? So I cannot wait for this show. Comic-Con's going to be amazing. Any little thing that drops, people freak out about and it starts trending. So this show is going to be big. Honestly, it does make sense that people tuned out after Rick left. I know people tuned out after some of the Glenn drama there at season 7 the season 7 premiere. I know some people tuned out after Carl, and then especially after Rick was gone, people started to leave. But I do think this show is going to bring back a lot of people. I just think it makes a lot of sense. People watch because of that one character. People love Rick. They really do. So people are going to watch. And I do think, I've been seeing a lot of rumors out there of people saying, no, this is just going to be 1 season and that's it. Same with the Daryl show and Dead City. They're all just 1 season, 6 episodes, and that's it. that's the plan right now because they want to see how well these shows do, right? Like, yes, to us, to the fan base, we could see these shows being released and they're just amazing and we can kind of see it. And I think that's why they can kind of see it too. But I think they got to see the results first. They got to see how this is received by people. What are the viewership numbers like? If it's really big, yeah, they're going to order a season 2 immediately, right? So we're just going to have to wait and see where they go. Like The Last of Us, that show was massive and they knew it was going to be, but that was a little different because they were so confident it was going to be. And so that's why they announced a season 2 right away, right? With The Walking Dead, they never announced a new season right away. They waited a couple of months. I know sometimes they would, but I know sometimes they would wait a couple of months and then they would announce a new season, right? So I think we're just going to have to wait until these shows air. Then I think we'll get the announcements of season 2 and all of that. And then, yeah, that's just going to be really cool. I'm really hyped for that. So anyways, I'm going to leave it here. Post all your thoughts down below. Hope you all enjoyed the video and I'll see you guys in the next one.